Everyone, it's Gary Keith from List It for Less, North Central West Virginia's newest and, in my opinion, best real estate company. I'm going to start doing a little blog here once in a while and just putting up some videos to help people understand what I'm doing and why I'm different than all the other companies around here. Start off by saying I am a full service real estate company. I'm not reducing anything I do. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm doing things that other companies don't do, don't even have the ability or technical skills to do, or are charging people to do. In some cases, especially in the Morgantown area, I hear of additional services being charged an additional fee. With List It for Less, the core idea is I'm charging less commission than all the other companies, depending on who you use. Most companies are going to want to charge you 6%. That's their goal. If you don't argue or try to negotiate with them, they will be more than happy to take that 6% out of your pocket. And the nerve of some other companies, especially in bigger areas within West Virginia, once again, not to pick on Morgantown, but I've heard in the Morgantown area, there's some people now trying to even get 7%, which I just think is absolutely ridiculous to sell a house. It really shows me why there are so many people in this day and age that think it's a better idea to go ahead and just be for sale by owner and not even deal with a real estate agent. It's almost a little bit of a used car salesman mentality, in my opinion. I mean, I don't want to reduce the value of what I do and what other realtors do, but especially when you're dealing with more expensive houses, man, that is a lot of money, 6-7%, and even worse than all that, you have the auction companies out there now today that want 10%. 10%, folks. That is crazy. If you're willing to pay somebody 10% to sell your house, you are not a very frugal consumer. And I'm not giving my services away by any means. You still obviously have some attraction to go for sale by owner, but even people today who go for sale by owner, most of them are willing to work with a buyer's agent, especially with Zillow and the other websites out there. If you put your house out on the internet, you're probably going to end up dealing with realtors anyway. And in most cases, when you deal with a buyer's agent, the buyer's agent's going to want 3%. So the way I look at telling people, especially for sale by owners, is why pay them 3% just to work with the buyer and not look out for your best interest when you can pay me 4%, 1% more, and I will list your house and sell it. Now, there's a catch to my 4% offer. If another realtor comes along and sells the house, I have to do 5%, because I don't want to get into a situation where other agents are basically like refusing to show my house. 5% is kind of acceptable. Most people are still willing to work for that number, so that still gets the same amount of attention really as a 6. In fact, most of the realtors have such a little attention to detail that they don't even notice it's a 5 in some cases, and everybody does it. They'll try to tell you they don't do it. Everything's negotiable. They can't tell you it's 6% or nothing. Now, they can refuse to take your listing. That's pretty dumb in my opinion. I'd rather have 4% or 5% than nothing. And that's kind of what I was thinking when I got this whole company started. And the smart consumers are the people I'm aiming for. The people who are able to see that they're getting the exact same services from me. You're getting all the value that you would from any other agent, all the same services, all the same advertising. In fact, I'm doing it a lot better. I would invite anyone watching this video to get on Zillow. It's a great place to really instead of interviewing agents in your house like the old days, go on Zillow and look at the listings they have. As of today, right now, I have 20 listings on Zillow. I think I'm number 2 among agents in this area. I think there's one agent that has more listings than me. And hers, a lot of them are lots. So we won't get down to counting exactly, but I'm pretty close to the biggest listing agent in this area. And I would put my listings up against anyone's online as far as the amount of pictures I have, the quality of my pictures. Some of these people are just going out and taking pictures with their phone, which is absolutely ridiculous. Not only do I have a super expensive camera that takes 20 megapixel pictures, but I'm also big on Photoshop and post-processing and making sure colors and lights and everything come out right. I would put the look of my listing pictures and my write-ups against anyone's. And in today's world of selling houses on the internet, that is the most important thing. The appearance that you have on the internet and where your house is shown on the internet is really all that matters for selling your house these days. That is, the thing that you have to plan for. And that's why you want somebody like me. Not only that, but I'm also doing 360-degree virtual tours. And I don't want to sound cocky, but they're pretty hard to do. If anybody else around here starts doing 360 tours, they're probably going to be paying somebody from the outside to do them. I don't think they're going to have anybody on staff with the technical skill to do them. I mean, it's a lot of HTML code. It's a little tricky. There's a lot of things, a lot of trial and error I've had to go through to learn to do it correctly. And I just don't think they're going to put the time in. So that's going to be something that I'm always going to have above and beyond them. And when you go into bigger areas, Pittsburghs and your Atlantas and Orlandos and Las Vegas, that is something that people expect. And I think eventually that's going to be something that people expect here too. I think I'm just kind of ahead of the curve. Also, the drone videos, that's easy. Half the people I know have a drone. People watching this video, you probably have one too. But most of the real estate agents around here would have no idea how to get a drone video or pictures from a drone. And if you're marketing a big piece of property especially, that is just something that there's no substitute for it. I mean, satellite imagery and stuff like that, they just really don't stand up at all to what the drones can do, especially when you have one that's full HD shooting 4K video. Anyway, I'm going to start doing these blogs once in a while. What the tagline is that I want you to take away from my videos is, list it for less. We do a better job than our competition for a lower commission. Now, it's not just a tagline. That is what I'm doing. You don't believe it? Call me up. My price, 4% to list your house. If I sell it, if another realtor comes along and sells it, it's 5%. Now, will other companies give you that if you ask? Probably so. Especially if you bring up my name, because they don't want me beating them. They are already tired of it, I think. So you can negotiate with other companies, but don't look at me just as the lowest price. Also, look at the advanced services that these guys can't provide. Ask them, can you do a 360-degree virtual tour? They can't do it, folks. Another thing, reviews. Am I, just telling you this and expecting you to take my word for it? Absolutely not. Once again, let's get on Zillow and look at the reviews of all the agents. Now, there's a lot of agents out there with good reviews. There are a lot of people that I respect and people doing a great job at other companies, and I'd like to bring them over here, but in good time. I'm still new. We'll see. Maybe in the future. But what I can say, among at least agents in Harrison County, nobody has the reviews I have. I think in the last 18 months I have 24 5-star reviews. Now, folks, those aren't made up. This isn't like the people that, put reviews on a website that just sit there and make them up. Zillow makes people actually get in there and they verify who they are, and you can't review anything more than once. So, there's no opportunity to pad reviews, basically. These are real buyers and sellers who have bought a house or sold a house with me, or a few in some cases who weren't even able to buy a house. Maybe they didn't get qualified, but they still appreciated the help I gave them. These are all, real deal reviews. And I don't want to toot my horn about it, but when you compare my reviews to a lot of other agents out there, go look and see for yourself. Nobody has the reviews I have. So in closing, I really encourage you, if you're listing your house, consider list it for less. If you're a for sale by owner, I'm telling you, man, I can do better. Not only am I going to get your house sold faster, but I'm probably going to get you more money even after you pay me. I mean, you really have to take into consideration the quality of buyers that you're getting as a for sale by owner versus the pre-qualified great buyers that I'm working with today and will be working with for a long time in the future. Anyway, thank you very much for watching my video blog. I hope it's the first of many. I didn't stutter too much or say anything stupid, so maybe we'll do well and become one of these big YouTube stars like the people I watch constantly. Alright, everyone have a nice day. Thank you.